Welcome back to the channel. We are out in our small little 6x12 greenhouse. I wanted to share a quick tip on propagating plants and propagating more plants. And as you can see, we're in our little greenhouse, not our large one, where we have limited space in here. I apologize, my neighbor's mowing over there. While trying to save space, I keep putting shelves up and just kind of trying to add to this. I've been solely using this greenhouse basically to just sprout, propagate, and keep some warmer stuff alive. I have all of my aquaponics set up basically to just continually root up plants so I can pot them. Always planting in individual cells. Larger plants we're planting in 3 to 4 inch pots. We got some large cucumbers and some pickling cucumbers, tons of gojis, lots of gojis right here too. These are about a week or two old. They seem to be holding pretty well. I've got a few fig trees, all types of stuff going on. But my main focus of today is all of these pots here. More specifically, this dill here, kind of like we're going to show today. We had split all of that up and propagated much more dill than we had. So I plan on using this lemon balm here. You can see I just wanted to give a good reference. We had this soaking in water. So all of those holes were completely filled, like a 1/4 inch of water. And I had kind of just rinsed all of the roots back, all of the soil. This is the extent of the roots here. You can see this nice big old cluster of lemon balm. Now when we're taking this, I will just start and split this entire disc of roots basically in half. So we have 2 half moons or so. Now this seems very detrimental to plants. It seems very intrusive. But when we're pulling these apart, I'm just trying to kind of wiggle them apart, and I don't hear any snapping. So we're able to pull a good plug of our lemon balm off of just that side without damaging the roots too much. This is why we soak this in water for a day or two before we actually do this process. And keeping it in water while you're splitting it definitely helps loosen all of those roots up. Now we got 3 plugs from just that one lemon balm bush here, and we can still make 3 or 4 more plugs. So this is very simple to do, and we are able to multiply all of these plants into healthy repottable plugs, so we will be able to sell these at our local market here. So that's the basic overall gist. We've got some decent plugs to be able to put right into these pots. Basically just stick it right in there, and we will kind of knead it in, water it in. You have a whole new plant, and it will grow and look to be the same bush that filled up this entire pot. So we're not really taking away, we're actually allowing these plants to grow better, because we had oversown this little pot in order to get such a lush bush. Same thing with our tomatillos. We've got way too many in there. Tomatoes, we've done this with quite a few different varieties, and most of our varieties of vegetables and heirlooms and some of our perennial vegetables, like we got some lovage coming up over there, they all seem to work very well with that method. And saving space is totally crucial in here, because we do not have a whole lot of room left to work with in this greenhouse. Every square inch is just full. And that's why I built my large greenhouse. This little greenhouse helped me pay for our large greenhouse by producing all of these plants just like we are now for last season. We are finding that our business is absolutely booming. We have attended our market early here. Our local farmers market does not open up for the next couple weeks here, so we will be able to continually propagate all these plants. Even though we've been attending the market, we just haven't brought everything that we have to sell. On that note, we've been making decent money very early in the season because it has been so abnormally warm, and now we're back to normal temperatures, kind of rainy and decently cold here. To talk about the soil that I was using for those plants, I've got some pretty decently mixed chicken compost, sifted, completely done, not too hot. I've got some pretty good soil here, some decent potting soil, and we have been doing this method with all of these plants. We have an absolute ton. Basically our first row of plants all covered in helicopters here, but this is where we have our starts, and then everything just slowly phases out, and as it gets bigger we take it down to our large 520 square foot greenhouse. So I just wanted to share this quick tip and this space-saving tip with everybody that has a small greenhouse or even has a big greenhouse. I find myself being way overwhelmed sometimes. So instead of potting a whole bunch of individual pots, I will throw all of my seeds in one pot and slowly pick them apart as need be, just kind of easing the strain of all of this planting on myself and kind of organizing it a little better so I don't have a whole cluster of plants and I only have to put one tag. We've been super busy and I apologize, I haven't been uploading normally. I probably will upload 1 to 2 times a month in the summertime here. Our winter time is the time to shine. We have pretty severe winters here, zone 5A, 4B. So I try and share what I can in the summertime here. I've shared how I cool the floor of my greenhouse with our aquaponics and just continually multiply plants and our guppies in this same little system that we recycled from our compost heating system. So if anyone's got any questions on anything going on in this little greenhouse, definitely drop it in the comments below. We love to think outside the box and get random questions from people who just stumble upon our channel and don't know what's going on. So we like to fill everybody in and see everybody's perspective.